And of course, breaking news that we brought you just last hour, Time magazine unveiling its Person of the Year, and it's the architects of artificial intelligence. The magazine says it made its choice based on what shapes headlines and most over the last 12 months. You can see that image there. It says AI changed 2025 in, quote, exciting and sometimes frightening ways. Mark is back at the desk with me on this one. We were talking about it and somewhat predicting maybe it could be some connection to AI. But talk to me a bit more about this so we can show our viewers the image again here. You're seeing it behind me right now. Rather interesting who we're seeing sitting on that crane. Yeah, some recognizable faces and names. There's going to be some people in those pictures that you're like, oh, I know that guy. Elon Musk, of course, Sam Altman, Mark Zuckerberg. But then others who you may not recognize, who are not necessarily behind the scenes figures, but maybe less controversial figures. The two covers, by the way, as you're looking at them, one of them, the one on the right there, is basically a spoof of that famous lunch atop a skyscraper photo. The other one on the left, it's kind of hard to see because they're smaller, but amongst the scaffolding of that AI structure, the various architects of AI, as they're called, are among them. They are Mark Zuckerberg of Meta, Lisa Su of Advanced Micro Devices, Elon Musk of XAI and a multitude of other businesses, Jensen Huang of NVIDIA, Sam Altman of OpenAI, Demis Hassabis of Google DeepMind, Dario Amodei of Anthropic, and Fei-Fei Li, Stanford's Human-Centered AI Institute, World Labs. Those are the architects of AI, according to Time magazine. Now, as Angie mentioned, Time magazine talks about the impact that AI has made just over the last year in particular. Some very beneficial to us, some scary. I mean, the magazine writes about how AI wrote millions of lines of code, aided lab scientists, generated viral songs, and spurred companies to re-examine their strategies or risk obsolescence. Kind of the bonuses there. But a warning in the same Time magazine issue from the godfather of AI, University of Toronto professor emeritus Geoffrey Hinton, who writes, unless we act, the huge increases in productivity that AI will surely bring could be accompanied by some very negative side effects. It will likely replace most jobs that involve mundane intellectual labor. This will lead to greater inequality, which will provide a breeding ground for violent populists. Bad actors will use AI for cybercrime, biological warfare, and corrupting elections with fake videos. So kind of certainly a startling warning there from the godfather of AI. AI over time has been subject to copyright lawsuits, behavioral issues and concerns around that, negative influence, deepfake material concerns. Again, the idea of replacing human jobs, warnings that unchecked pursuit could cause chaos. But at the same time, you think about things like an announcement by the federal government today, which announced that it is using AI technology with Hydro Ottawa to help it predict peak demand and more efficiently use energy. And then at the same time, one of the biggest criticisms of AI is that it uses too much energy. So it's still something that it seems like they're trying to perfect for the benefit of humanity. At the same time, could potentially be, something that could not benefit humanity so much. Tracking a lot of data, which is one thing that we're concerned about. And it's interesting, when you mentioned jobs here, we did a story some time ago about Albania has its first official AI minister. Right. Which I think is interesting. Not sure how that's all going to kind of carry out, but the leader of Albania is saying that they'll ensure that decisions are made with complete honesty, if you will, however you define that. We'll see. Yeah, it's also been shown to, not always be truthful. So AI doesn't know it. So interesting. Thanks a lot for this, Mark.